Part 1. Imagine this. You wake up every day, go to work, put in your energy, your time, your effort, but at the end of the month, you still feel like you're running in the same circle. Bills come in, money goes out, and nothing really changes. Now here's the real question. What if the problem is not how hard you work, but how you think about money? This is exactly the message behind the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, one of the most influential personal finance books in the world. In this book, Kiyosaki shares his life lessons from two father figures. His real father, the poor dad, was educated, stable, and believed in job security. And his best friend's father, the rich dad, had little formal education but understood how money really works in the real world, and what he learned from both of them changed everything. The story begins with two completely different mindsets about life and money. One mindset says study hard, get a safe job, work for money, and retire after decades of work. The other mindset says, learn financial intelligence, build assets, take control of your income, and make money work for you instead of working for money your whole life. This difference is not small. It is the foundation of financial success or struggle. Now, starting the deeper journey of the book, Kiyosaki explains how his rich dad introduced him to financial thinking that schools never teach. He was not just told to earn money, but to understand what money actually is, how it moves, and how wealthy people use it differently. Rich Dad explained a powerful idea that would later change Kiyosaki's life forever. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Simple but life-changing. At first, this confused him because most people believe things like houses and cars are assets. But Rich Dad explained that if something continuously costs you money instead of generating income, it is not truly an asset in the financial sense. This was the beginning of a completely different way of thinking about wealth. And as he started learning more, he realized that most people spend their lives chasing income, but never stop to understand how to build wealth. And that's where everything begins to shift. Continue to next part. Part 2. As Kiyosaki continued learning from his rich dad, he slowly began to understand a truth that most people never realize in their entire lives. It is not how much you earn that makes you rich. It is how you manage and grow what you earn. Rich Dad explained that most people are trapped in what he called the rat race. They earn money, spend money, and then go back to earning again. The cycle never ends because they are working for money instead of making money work for them. One of the strongest lessons in the book is financial education. Kiyosaki explains that schools teach people how to become employees, not how to become financially free. People learn math, science, and history, but almost no one learns about taxes, investments, or cash flow, and that is why even highly educated people often struggle financially. Another key idea is cash flow. Wealthy people focus on building systems that generate money continuously, even when they are not actively working. This could be through investments, businesses, or assets that produce income over time. The book also talks about fear. Fear of losing money stops many people from taking financial steps forward. But Rich Dad teaches that mistakes are part of learning. Instead of avoiding fear, you learn to manage it and grow through it. Let's make it real. Imagine two people earning the same salary. One spends on lifestyle upgrades, loans, and liabilities. The other saves, learns, and slowly invests in income-generating opportunities. After 5 years, one is still dependent on a paycheck, while the other is building financial independence. Or think about someone who buys a house thinking it is an asset, but every month they pay mortgage, bills, and maintenance. Instead of earning money, it consumes it. That's the difference between traditional thinking and financial thinking. So what can you actually do? Start small. Track your spending. Understand where your money goes. Then begin shifting even a small portion into building assets, learning skills, starting a side income, or investing carefully. Focus on increasing financial knowledge every single month, because financial freedom doesn't come overnight. It comes from consistent changes in thinking and action. At the end, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is not just a book about money. It is a book about freedom, mindset, and choice. So ask yourself, are you still working for money? Or are you finally starting to build a system where money works for you? If this hit your thinking, don't just move on. Apply one lesson today, subscribe for more book summaries, and comment what idea changed your perspective the most.